So that was a lot of fun, but ultimately, guys, it's kind of a bit disappointing that when they were finally going to reveal at the very end of the panel you're about to watch me react to, they had a special trailer, video, something, and they turned off the stream. So only people at New York Comic-Con got a chance to see the exclusive trailer. Since the streams ended, the official MK Movie account also shared the behind-the-scenes trailer in all of its glory, but that's obtainable if you just buy a Mortal Kombat 2 soda from Jones. So we'll see if the actual exclusive trailer scene gets showcased in the future by the end of the weekend. But right now, yeah, all we have is a panel that I'm reacting to. So enjoy that. I'm sorry. I didn't think they were going to actually cut off and cut away, but they did. I love you guys. Here's the full panel with my reactions. I'm really excited for the movie, and yeah, this is Ed Boon's cameo. At least we got to see Ed Boon's cameo. He's a bartender in his spare time. Pretty awesome. And by the way, Dynasty from the future. Mortal Kombat 3 confirmed to be a thing. Check this out.
Our friends at New Line and Warner Brothers are so happy with this movie. They are so excited. They are so convinced that there is a giant fan base waiting for it that they have already hired me to start writing the next installment. Our friends at New...
So there you go. Ed Boon, the bartender. Nice Q&A at the cast. MK3 announced. Enjoy my reactions. Love y'all.
There's gonna be some really cool stuff to show you.
Let's go! MK2, baby! Panel just started.
I did want Toasty. I did want to start with
Shout out to Dan Forden.
giving a shout out to these amazing cosplayers here. Could you guys stand up for a minute here?
Yo, Ed looks so excited. He's like, hell yeah. Y'all get to see this trailer for the movie that was supposed to drop.
We're gonna be doing something with
like
them.
next week.
Does everybody have your Johnny Cage sunglasses? Great. Please keep them handy because we are gonna need them coming soon.
Kind of insane to think Boon's the host for this panel.
I would, for the cosplayers here, God, I want to say Johnny Cage. That's awesome.
He's having a great time.
First thing, let's start off. We're going to throw you back to a behind-the-scenes video that I think you're really going to dig. Let's roll it here.
Or you could buy the soda. You could buy Jones soda and see this.
Filmmaking doesn't get much bigger than this. This is the way Mortal Kombat is meant to be seen.
We had to up the ante on every aspect.
Bruh!
Fatalities.
The flawless victory.
Bruh! Bruh! What the f- What? 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 Guess what? The stream's back.
So we have some questions
They fixed
for
it.
these amazing filmmakers, and I'd love
Kinda
to-
behind.
I'm honored to be the one asking. You know, I'm in a strange situation. I was involved in the creation of the first game, and I've seen this movie 3 or 4 times now. It's gonna blow your minds. You are absolutely going to love it, and I really would love to poke into their heads as to what their experiences was creating this film and the incredible contributions that each
The
one
Boon
had.
cosign.
Simon,
I'm trying to catch up.
What was your main draw in returning to Mortal Kombat, and how did you expand the universe?
Thanks, Ed. Thanks. Nice intro, mate. You're doing a good job there. The goal was, after the first one came out, really, the absolute core goal was to make Mortal Kombat 2 feel like a full feature-length version of the tone we created in the opening of Mortal Kombat 1. So the thing that was really, we really felt that we just scratched the surface. There is so much to Mortal Kombat. There is so much to the lore. There is so much to work with that I thought, well, we can just expand everything onto an even greater scale this time round. And really it was about pushing those, the boundaries with everything. So I wanted to have much more emotion with the characters. So there was much higher highs and much lower lows. I wanted us to journey through all of the realms.
The Nexus.
And all of the different places
Confirmed.
and the different levels and the different environments that you can go to in Mortal Kombat. I wanted us to spend more time in those places and to see that and to be able to use the treasure trove that you've created over the years. There's so much there. So to know that we could come back and just swing so hard and just let it rip and just have this massive, wild spectacle up on the big screen was an amazing thing. So how could I say?
Yeah, and he wasn't kidding when he said this is not only the craziest action movie, but there is so much emotion. There's a lot of drama. You will cry when you watch this movie.
Damn.
And I'm thrilled that that
you said that
you're eventually going to see it. Simon, again, this is a bit of a tough one. Some fans were disappointed when the movie was moved from October to May of next year. And,
fuck.
Why did you move it? No, I'm sorry.
That's right. It was all my fault. Thanks, Ed.
Yes, Simon. Why did you move the movie?
Thanks, guys. Terrific. Way to throw me
Maybe you can help us explain the delay.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we're actually a victim of our own success. So every time people have seen this movie, it's sort of just gained momentum, and it's just we've created a massive summer blockbuster. Is what we've created, and so I think we should all be sort of proud of the fact that Mortal Kombat 2 as the movie and the franchise itself is just going to kick off summer next year. So yes, we have to wait, but it's going to feel massive when it comes out next year. So that's the reason.
Yeah, it's going to be worth the wait. This is going to be a huge summer blockbuster. I know it's probably pretty painful to have to wait several more months, but the wait will absolutely be worth it.
It is what it is, man.
Next question is for Carl. Johnny Cage is an iconic Mortal Kombat character. He's one of the main characters in this film. Can you set the stage as to where we are finding Johnny Cage when we first meet him? What's his situation, and what's the tone of him?
Okay, sure. Thank you, Ed. Hey, New York, how are you? Thank you. It's great to be here. Thank you for having us. Okay, Johnny Cage. When we first see him in Mortal Kombat 2, is a very dispirited character. His career is completely in the tank. He's not been keeping up with his martial arts training. The world has forgotten who Johnny Cage is. And he has very little of that brash, cocky Johnny Cage that you'd know from the games. That he's just a broken man. And it's at this very juncture that Raiden and Sonya turn up and tell him that he's been drafted to fight in Mortal Kombat. Yeah. And so through the course of the movie, you're going to get to see him transform into a true champion of Earthrealm, a hero, and you get to see him sort of involuntarily get launched into this insane action epic adventure. It'll blow your minds, man. Mortal Kombat 2. I tell you.
I don't know how many of you are familiar with the Johnny Cage character from the games, but he's very, bombastic, over the top, almost like an animated cartoon character. Carl's interpretation is a little bit more brooding, a little bit more a harder tone. I was wondering if that came from you, came from Jeremy, came from Simon, some combination as to kind of portray him that way.
It was really Jeremy. I mean, that's really the character, the way that you've set up that character. To me, it's fun because you give the character a place to start. We're going to get to that character, right? But we have to start him somewhere to give him this incredible arc, right?
Yeah, I think we all kind of felt that the Johnny Cage from the games, who is the biggest movie star in the world and kind of has everything at his fingertips, isn't a character that necessarily you can go on a journey with. He kind of already has everything. So it was more interesting to us to start him at a lower place and sort of watch him
that washed up Johnny.
We know and love.
Gotta see the evolution.
A lot of, feedback we got from the previous movie was we wanted to have somebody
I agree
see
with
Mortal
it, to
Kombat
be
for
honest.
the first time in their eyes, and that's Johnny Cage. So
We'll
his
get the campy
reactions,
stuff.
the one-liners that he has,
But grounded in reality.
is you're gonna get a lot of big laughs are gonna come from some of the
Yeah,
lines.
you see,
that
still
he said.
Johnny.
Next question is for Jeremy.
Older.
How did you balance fighting, action, and emotional elements into writing the script?
It's a good question.
You know, it's a great problem to have when you have a movie with like 20 main characters. There's so much to choose from. It's daunting at the same time because you can't make a 6-hour Mortal Kombat movie, even though I'm sure some of the people in this audience would love to see that. But, you know, I really had to kind of just rely on my inner Mortal Kombat fan as a sort of North Star. I had to look back at, like, you know, I was 14 when the game came out. You know, I was one of those kids pumping quarters into the arcade. I was there day one for the original movie. I had the soundtrack on repeat. Like, it meant a lot to me. And so every time there was any sort of question with this movie, I kind of had to tap into that inner self and be like, what's the movie that 14-year-old version of me would walk out of the theater and say, that was the coolest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Hell yeah.
And that's what I kind of wrote the movie for.
Yeah, the opening sequence. If you remember the opening sequence from the previous movie, it's a pretty heavy moment when we see Scorpion and Sub-Zero kind of like their meeting. The opening scene in this film is double that intensity. I mean, it punches you in the face. And I challenge you not to cry when you watch that opening sequence.
It made Boon cry.
That you've done is you've managed to get, I think it seems like there's about twice as many fights in this film as the previous one. Was that one of the goals that you all had in one-upping the previous film?
I want Canes all of a sudden.
Well, yes. Yes is the short answer. I think the tournament itself allowed us to create a structure that the storylines all went through all the time. So all of our characters, their journeys have to go through the tournament, and we wanted to do that in a way that was visually sort of massive, but visually interesting, and always had the variety that Mortal Kombat has from the beginning. So I think it was a constant balance, and something we just spent a lot of time talking about, and a lot of time
Boon with the
balancing and calibrating and keeping the tone right, and making sure that this character wasn't getting, you know, they need to be looked after, and this character needs to look. So it was just sort of a constant balancing act, really.
And the other thing that we were all very aware of was that a lot of traditional fighting tournament movies, you know, there's a fight, it's exciting, and then you can kind of go to the bathroom, you can get some popcorn, because nothing's going to happen until the next fight. And we didn't want that structure. So in this movie, there's the tournament is awesome, but in between the tournament, the characters have their own sort of missions and adventures they're going on, so that there's really no downtime. It's kind of
for it.
All fun stuff.
Yeah, and the fact that there's a tournament and the tournament has consequences is such one of my favorite parts of this film is the tournament actually means something. This film is going to also be available on IMAX, right? Simon,
there's a lot,
Can you tell us
honestly.
anything about
there's going to be a lot in this movie.
Watching it in IMAX and why people should search that out?
Yeah. So
IMAX.
I mean, it was really exciting to go into this knowing that IMAX wanted to be part of this and make it as big and as massive as possible. So that's a pretty fantastic thing.
I don't do
as
IMAX.
A director to
I don't.
Be
maybe I should.
Be partnering with those guys. They're an absolute joy to work with. But what I wanted to do is
50-foot tall Scorpion.
I wanted to do a little bit more with what IMAX could give us. So yes, we use the enormous real estate and scale that IMAX provides us. So we have the different format. But what I wanted to do is I didn't want to just do, we'll just put a bit more screen and a bit more real estate. I actually wanted to do something with that real estate that if you consider yourself a fan of Mortal Kombat, you have to see it in IMAX because there's some little bits of joy out there that you're going to love to see. And you won't see it in the sort of regulation, the normal screening. You'll just see it in IMAX. And it affects the story a little bit, and
interesting.
It's kind of fun.
That's great.
Interesting.
You know, I've been spending time with this cast together for the past couple of days, and there's a definite camaraderie with them. You know, they went through some rigorous
you can tell.
physical training. They've had fights between each other. I shouldn't give away which fights they've had. I don't want to.
I bet you it's going to be the scoreboard
I get
on
the
IMAX.
impression that there's a deep camaraderie.
Like in real time, there's going to be
and,
because they have a big screen, like the wins and losses or something.
With Jade and Kitana, Tati and Adiana. In particular, there is this friendship. I didn't know until yesterday that they've been good friends for quite a long time, and their relationship is one of the biggest kind of emotional moments in this. Can you tell us about what it was like to work as best friends, playing best friends in real life?
I mean, it was a dream come true. Tati and I have known each other for almost 8 years now. We worked on a project together and played sisters in that project. And to be able to play sisters again and bring the chemistry that we have as friends into this it's priceless, you know. These are things that you get cast and you get thrown into a room full of strangers and you have to build that chemistry, and to be able to play specifically Kitana and Jade, which is insane to say, right? Together.
I mean, that's good. You know, they knew each other. That's cool.
A dream come true.
That's
Truly,
cool.
It was like you couldn't ask for a safer space.
Chemistry is important.
Just a very easy flow. The way that we could connect, I felt like I could look across the set or whatever, the room, and look Addie in the eyes, and she knew what I was trying to say to her. I knew what she was trying to say to me. We could move about each other and communicate in this very just seamless way, it felt like. So I feel so lucky. Like, you truly couldn't ask for anything.
Yeah. Their story, it's not just all friendship. There is conflict between them. Jade is kind of torn between duty and friendship, and to me, it's one of the kind of the softest moments. It's really a great contrast to all the crazy actions happening.
That's good, man.
Carl,
that's good.
You have experience with ensemble casts, and how would you compare this cast, the ensemble, working with anybody here of The Boys?
Boon's putting him in the hot seat. He's like, "What's the better franchise?"
Is that a yes?
What feels more like family?
So how does it compare with
Crazy.
working with this ensemble?
Crazy. Fucking Boon. Crazy.
These questions all day. It's like, listen, man, we had such a blast working on this. I mean, my boys' crew, our family, we've been through, through a lot over the last, 5 years, 5 seasons, and to walk into this movie and with these guys, and then to walk onto something that was, pre-existing with the incredible cast that was, did such phenomenal work in the first movie. It was really, we felt, I guess, like we were coming into a pre-existing family, and they welcomed us with open arms, and we bonded really well and had a lot of fun. And this movie was probably the most challenging, technically, physically, mentally undertaking that I've ever attempted in my career. And we had just the most amazing stunt team, and we hung tough, and we're a family.
And kind of speaking of that physically demanding,
You didn't answer. Which one's better?
The epitome of evil in Mortal Kombat.
These audio levels, by the way, I'm sorry.
And he couldn't.
I'm sorry.
And he couldn't be further from
the
that.
One mic's up here, one's down here.
Giving away these sneaks.
When
real life, if anyone dares question that.
When I went to Australia, actually, and I was watching the film, and the day that they were filming, it was a fight scene with Shao Kahn, and he had on this costume that was so menacing. I was literally intimidated to go, introduce myself. And but then it
What a
turns out
compliment,
he's just the
straight
nicest
up.
guy in the world, and the contrast is just amazing. I think perhaps he went through the biggest transformation because not only changed his personality, but he also had to change physically. Didn't you have to be in makeup for how long every day?
Yeah, makeup was probably similar to some of you guys who are here today. It was a good 4 to 5 hours in the chair. Wake up call would be probably about 2 a.m. Simon to thank for this. And then it was normally a half hour, 40-minute drive to the studios, in the chair for 4, maybe 5 hours, depending on what the scene was that day. Damn. And then to go from that to try to get ready for the fight scenes. And these fight scenes, people, are absolutely insane.
Hell yeah.
The imagination, the choreography, and the level of energy and input and everything that's thrown into it to try and wake up at, when you've been sat in the chair for 5, 6 hours in total with the travel and the makeup, and then to come alive was one hell of a challenge. But I think from what we've seen on the screen, you guys were in for one hell of a treat. It really is incredible.
The wildest thing about Marvin's dedication and commitment to what he was doing is before he hopped into that makeup chair for 4 or 5 hours, he would go to the gym.
Right. At like 1 a.m.
1 a.m. and work out for an hour and a half.
I realized it was easier to train in the morning than it was after a 12, 14-hour day on set. So I tend to set the alarm for midnight, wake up, shower, go to the gym, and then have the day ahead, which
it's a long day, man.
About 12 years.
That's a long day.
He is the personification of work ethic right there, that guy.
Yeah, it's a long fucking day. Shout out to him.
Do you remember how heavy that hammer was?
Well, after about 7, 8 hours on set, it felt real heavy.
That's funny.
Mortal Kombat has been known to introduce new characters throughout the games. And Mortal Kombat film is actually introducing a new character, and his name is Ed the Bartender. I don't know if we have a
there's the cameo, the Ed Boon cameo. He's a bartender. Did we get to see it? Can I see? Oh, yes, let's go. Let's fucking go.
Don't expect a long.
Let's
It's
go.
like a tiny Stan
Let's
Lee,
go.
when he does the Marvel things there. It's a
That's
very small
perfect.
role. I'm not an actor, but I did want to know if anybody knew how much it costs
The
for
shirt,
those
bro.
variety ads.
The
where you say,
fucking
for your
shirt.
consideration.
Yo.
You never know if it's going to come up for somebody.
Beautiful, Boon. That's fucking
I
beautiful.
tell you what, if this job of yours doesn't
Perfect.
work out, he makes a mean ranch water.
That's awesome, dude. Bartender Boon. Let's go, Madam Bo.
Adeline, I'd love to
Let's
ask
go.
you. Katana's an iconic character.
That's awesome.
Whoever did the costume is just brilliant.
Happy.
And
Well,
the fans-
Kathy Ireland is the
Yes.
costume designer, and she needs a massive shout out for all of the
Absolutely.
costumes.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Phenomenal. She's incredible.
Unbelievable. And I'm told you have no martial arts experience before that. So I'm guessing you went through a lot of training
I worked
because
my butt off.
you
Yeah.
looked very natural. What was that experience like?
It was intimidating. Ironically, I had just, as a hobby, picked up Taekwondo, but there's only so much you can do with a yellow belt, right? When you step into playing Kitana. So, we had an incredible stunt team. Malai, also my stunt doubles, Zia and Yeye, they were incredible. They spent so many hours with me during our stunt training, but also after hours, after working on set in the hotel gym, trying to get all the wushu moves and
The crunch
all
was
the elements
real,
of
man.
Kitana's,
They really went the extra mile.
skills into me and my body.
You gotta give them
So we
credit.
spent many hours.
Say what
working
you
on it.
will
And then also,
about
of course, working
how you
together
feel
with
about
Tati.
the movies
She
lately.
spent her time with me
MK1
as well.
and
We were
P2.
seeing our fights, us working on
The
ours.
cast was committed.
It was a lot of work, but I
That's good.
thoroughly enjoyed the challenge. I really know how important Kitana is to you, and so I poured my heart and soul into her.
Hell yeah.
And she delivers. She delivers.
Physically and
He is
Oh, yeah.
a beast.
Yeah.
A beast.
Was there a fan expert, somebody who taught you how to use the fan?
Gosh, you know what's so interesting? Once I got the fight choreography down, the fans genuinely felt like an extension of my arm. I loved my fans. There were like 9 different fans, and I got to pick which one depending on what shot we were doing. But I genuinely loved using my fans.
Wow.
I did not have any trouble with them. Yes.
9 design choices is insane.
Tati, Jade has always been a hidden character. She's kind of shrouded in mystery. There's not really much that we've known about. And what I love about this film is it really fleshes Jade out, her relationship with the katana, the history.
A bit.
And it's more nuanced. A lot of what I'm so happy about this film is a lot of things that you were kind of filling with your head. The writing, the direction, and the characters. Everybody here has put their fingerprint on this movie, and they've really transformed these characters from, in some cases, 2-dimensional characters into 3-dimensional characters. And Tati, you are such a standout in this film.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
I love the complexity of your relationship with Kitana. Again, the struggle between loyalty and friendship. Literally, they call each other sisters in this film. What was that like?
So I'm assuming
Honestly,
that Jade's
Jade was
struggling to choose
probably,
between
I think,
Shao
similar
Kahn
to
and
Carl,
Jade.
one of the
Kitana.
most challenging roles
You know?
that I have ever
Sindel,
encountered.
Shao versus the good guys.
Physically, mentally, but just understanding her and understanding that conflict, understanding the moral question that she was being faced with, and how she decides to answer it, and at what point she decides to answer it. I wrestled with
this
it,
movie's
and I
gonna be
loved
sick.
having that challenge because it piqued my brain in this very interesting way of like, sometimes who we are and who we want to be, we try to make it seem easy, right? To just, no, well, be who you want to be. And it's like, well, what does that path actually look like? And it can be scary, it can be twisting. So, yeah, I really loved tackling Jade.
Your friendship really shows through how close the two of you are.
Again, that's
back
awesome. I
to
didn't know they were
Martin,
friends previously. That's a
Back
big
to
deal.
Shao Kahn, the ultimate badass. The menacing. He does some really bad stuff. Please don't hold it against him in this film. It's
I was just following the script, so.
Yes. Blame Jeremy. Blame Simon.
He's got giant roses on his neck.
When you transform physically, you put on all the prosthetics, the makeup. What about like mentally? How do you become this? You were talking earlier about how you moved and some of the direction Simon gave you in terms of what's Shao Kahn gonna feel like Shao Kahn. Tell us about
Fucking monster, dude.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the thing for me was to try to make Shao Kahn so
menacing,
easy and natural and flowing, rather than to be fast and
heavy,
too responsive.
That's
Not
cool.
so much when it comes to the fight scenes, but when we delve into the character and the history and the actual storyline behind the fight scenes, I feel that it was important to have this sort of elegance and grandeur to Shao Kahn.
Yes.
And a character that can demand respect and the whole room to listen to him.
He gets
that
it.
was something that was really important.
He gets it.
I spoke about this earlier. Simon gave me this tip on one of the first days was to really slow the head movement down.
He gets it.
And to make it
meaningful
and precise rather than responsive and almost like I was reacting to other people. So to have solid advice from people like Simon and to really feel the character was something that I felt was important to put across and to try to
Oh man, this could be a treat.
give Shao that power that he deserves and needed.
He
Oh,
absolutely
dude, I'm
lives up
excited
to it.
now. Fuck yeah.
I cannot wait for you to see how. And again, don't hold him responsible for what you see him doing in the film. It's not.
Maybe some blood and guts along the way.
So we're going to move on to some fan questions, and we'd really love to.
Can we get a trailer?
Get
Por
Get your
favor.
thoughts on that. Will we see deeper backstories for fan favorite characters Johnny Cage, Kitana, or Baraka?
I'm excited.
Carl, why don't you take that?
Baraka.
Well, I might defer to Jeremy on this. I mean, Jeremy wrote such a brilliant script and probably knows more about that than anybody else.
Well, I mean, I would say Johnny Cage and Kitana are kind of the two leads of the film. They are kind of the two central characters that we are following, and their stories intersect in some really sort of exciting and surprising ways. So you're going to get a ton of backstory on both of those. Not so much with Baraka, but he is my favorite character in Mortal Kombat, so I wanted to make sure the Baraka scene lived up to what I wanted.
At least we get some Baraka.
So it's not a lot of deep backstory, but Baraka is great.
I would say Baraka is going to... you'll get some other facets to Baraka. We have some fun with Baraka, and it's CJ who plays Baraka did an amazing job.
Karma Savage wants to know, if you could use one of your character's moves or powers in real life for a day, which would you pick and how
There's
would
only
you
so
use
much
it?
screen time, ultimately. You know what I mean? So,
Adeline.
you know, I guess it makes sense.
Sorry to put you on the spot.
You know.
I do love the Royal Blender, correct, but in real life, it might have to be the Nut Punch.
Oh, I was going to say that.
Of course. I mean, isn't that the most practical in real life?
How would you use it
Well,
in your day-to-day life?
I would,
Is she about to punch him in the nuts?
I'd have to be in a situation where I felt threatened.
I would use it to eliminate nuclear weapons and get world peace.
What? Oh my gosh.
Base Johnny.
That's a lot of nut punches, but I think we can do it, yeah?
Yeah.
John Paul at New York wants to know, were there any moments of improvisation on set in fight choreography, dialogue, reactions that will probably remain in the final cut because they worked so well?
Carl?
Well, improvisation in fight choreography is generally not a good idea.
However, when you're Johnny fucking Cage.
Sorry. But I tell you what blew me away was Josh Lawson, who plays Kano. Yeah. Right? This guy is an improvisation machine, and I think one of the most challenging aspects of Mortal Kombat was to try and hold it together and stop laughing when he was riffing on set, because you just let him go, take after take, and every take would be different. It's
beautiful.
Can't wait for you guys to see Kano in this. It's
Kano and Johnny Cage is going to be a standout in this film. Team Awesome 418 wants to know, if you had the opportunity to portray an alternative character in Mortal Kombat beyond your assigned role, which character would you choose? Anyone?
I would go for any character that didn't require me to spend 4 to 5 hours in the chair. I think that would be phenomenal. Because
genius answer.
It was bloody hard work.
Colleen Carling wants to know, has the cast played the video games, and if so, who is your favorite character, and which game is your favorite?
Yes. Previously, it was always Jade that was my favorite character, just because I even before doing all of this, I felt like I related to her a lot. My favorite game at the moment is MK1, just because I'm in the thick of it. And my favorite character to play as is currently Liu Kang, actually.
Look behind me.
So,
Yeah. Brought to you by
Definitely.
MK1.
Justin Leonard wants to know, to the cast, which characters live in a mythos with high stakes and extreme moral contrast? What was one moment during filming where you found yourself questioning your character's choices, and how did you bring that internal conflict to life on screen?
For me, a lot. But I think once I realized the conflict that I was having inside with her and understanding her conflict, to use all of that conflict and let it be. Not try to control it, not try to understand too much, not try to take from my character, I guess, her own journey in trying to gather herself or understand herself. Yeah, that's short answer.
I think part of the job as an actor is to question the choices of the characters you play, and not to pass judgment on their choices, but at least to understand why they do what they do.
You got to play the games to actually get full insight.
Johnny in this film, initially, he's a character who doesn't run towards the danger. He's running in the opposite direction.
I'll stop.
And it was sort of, to sort of understand why he is like that. And
I am excited.
Infuse that into a journey where the character actually, grows and develops into something rather special. It's like a foundation in a building, and it's just you lay one brick on top of another, and you work with great people, and at the end of the day, you get to stand back, and we all get to enjoy that construction.
Man, I wish it was dropping this month.
Now we're going to do something called Choose Your Fighter. We're going to invite the cosplayers that we've identified to line up wearing your wristbands.
Oh, we get to see the cosplay, guys.
Each one is going to pick a panelist. I'm going to ask a question, and we're going to see who can answer the question first. It's on related to Mortal Kombat. Do not only pick on Carl, okay? So, question one.
Dude, Boon's having a good time, bro. Boon's having such a good time.
Oh,
You have to pick. Are you first? No. You pick a.
Boon, if you ever retire, you got to just do these battles
challenge to see
for Mortal Kombat forever. You're too good at this. The vibes are immaculate.
I think you
Papa
do,
Boon.
because I'm
You look amazing.
We can't
you look
see.
incredible.
Thank you so much. I'm so excited to see your character.
Thank you.
I still can't see. Fuck.
Johnny Cage is his stage name.
Okay, she's Kitana.
What is the real name of the actor and martial artist behind the legend?
Definitely not John Carlton.
Bruce Lee? No.
I think that's Liu Kang. But I.
What is Johnny Cage's real
Claude
name?
Van Damme.
Pardon?
John Claude Van Damme.
Close.
You know what?
Jean Claude Van Damme.
John Carlton.
John Carlton.
John
Is his real
Carlton. Oh my gosh.
Yes.
I feel like you should get the point. You were definitely closer than I was on that.
Okay.
We will be tortured
Next.
together.
So choose your fighter.
Jeremy.
Who?
Oh, Jeremy.
Oh, sorry. Choose my fighter. Excuse me.
That's a sick
Choose your
UMK3
opponent
trilogy
here.
reign.
My opponent, yes. Yeah, it would be. Okay, let's go for Carl.
Who?
Carl?
Yeah.
You want me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Put the shades on. Let's go.
We go.
Hell yeah.
All right, buddy. Let's go.
Nice.
Adeline Rudolph stars as Kitana in the film Mortal Kombat 2. Princess Kitana is considered young in her realm of Edenia. How old is she in Edenian years?
She, I think, was
10,000 years.
Carl got it.
All right.
Little did we know he was the biggest fan of
So
Kitana.
close. So close.
Little did we know. That's hilarious.
Okay, next.
That's actually fucking
next
hilarious.
contestant.
That was the best way possible
Johnny,
for
I
him.
wonder who's going to choose.
That's funny.
Choose your opponent.
And this
Choose your
is Johnny
opponent.
next, I think, right?
Martin, I see you up there.
Come on,
Hero
man.
of the show, Johnny Cage here. Gotta take it down a peg or two. Hit me.
Okay, Kitana was a love interest of this character even after his murder.
Liu Kang.
Oh, he's
Weak
good.
stuff. Give me a real challenge.
Give it up for
Bring
Johnny
it.
fucking Cage.
We got the energy. The energy.
Outstanding.
I dig it. Wow.
Nice.
Okay, choose your opponent.
Ed Boon. I would say Ed Boon.
Dang.
You can choose the director and writer too.
No, you can't do that. You have to go on.
Jade, stand up.
Oh no, watch out. Here we go.
Let's go.
This one's so easy
That
for
was
you.
not even fair.
Yeah, it's not even fair.
I just peeked
Tati
back
Gabrielle
over.
stars as Jade, one of Shao Kahn's
Rigged.
assassins and spies, who debuted as a secret character in Mortal Kombat 2. Jade is a lifelong friend and personal bodyguard of...
Princess Kitana.
There you go.
Rigged.
Let her have that one.
Game
Sub-Zero,
over.
let's go.
I'm gonna pick Kitana.
Okay. Oh, she's
Okay.
making me nervous. All right.
Adeline versus Sub-Zero.
It's gonna be a katana
You look
question.
amazing.
Who provided the voice of Scorpion in the original video
There
game?
we go.
Ed Boon.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
No.
That's crazy how, like, Urban got the hardest question, to be honest. Damn, we got a Boon get over here. Hell yeah. Camera wasn't
Okay,
on him,
who's your
though.
opponent?
Fuck.
From one John to a Johnny. So, Carl, please.
Carl! That name is ruined for me forever because of The Walking Dead.
Do you remember the Mortal Kombat song? Dun, 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 dun. What was the name of the Belgian rock band that brought the soundtrack to life?
Dude, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The Immortals. Dude.
That's crazy. He's 2 for 2.
And that's the last one we have here. Each player is
big
going to get a
pamphlet,
special
Boon. It's a big pamphlet.
Comic-Con exclusive poster signed by all of us. It's fantastic. We're very
Damn.
Very
I
happy
wish I
with
could have one of those. Todd, send me one, please. And please sign it. Let me point him at. Oh, yeah, they just showcased this before the stream. Like
Yeah,
20,
that's
30
the
minutes
special
before.
poster you guys are going to get for playing the game, and so thanks for doing that. Thanks for looking amazing. Incredible work.
Do we get a trailer? Do we get a teaser? Do we get anything? Please?
Yeah, what do we got next here?
I don't know, Ed. You're running the show, mate.
I
Come on.
turned it down a little bit because if it is a trailer, it's gonna be loud.
Actually, I think we might have. Is this where we give them something special here?
I don't know.
Oh. Sunglasses. Let's do the selfie. So everybody, get your selfie or get your sunglasses out because we're gonna do a selfie here on stage, and we'd love to all of you to be in the photo.
He's trolling. He's trolling. You're trolling. Nah, there's got to be something else. We're getting trolled by Boon. He's trolling.
Carl's gonna take the selfie, of course.
I have sunglasses in my closet.
There you go.
We're shit out of luck, guys. I got no glasses in my
There you
desk.
go.
We're shit out of luck. Now I was gonna cosplay as Johnny with all of us here in real time, but I can't. There's a bunch of people. Holy fuck, dude. That is some sardines.
There you go.
They're zooming out to show us a big screen.
Now we're going to stop the live stream because you guys are in for a huge treat here.
And we don't get to see
You guys
it.
want to?
Bruh, dude, this is crazy. This is crazy. This is actually insane. This is fucked, WB. Are you for real? You know what the worst part was? They kicked off the stream doing the exact same thing for a trailer that has already been out and about in the public, the behind the scenes trailer. I sat here for an hour and I can't even see this. So, you know, thanks, I guess. I'm sure it's gonna drop, right? I'm sure as I'm reacting in real time, surely this is gonna drop. Oh, God. This is so depressing. Hey guys, this is my reaction to the trailer. Ah!